Been doing so really good. I mean, I'm happy with where the team is at right now. We had really good scrimmage last on Saturday. 102 live plays that were graded, and every one of those reps were live. Got some good work in special teams as well. So with today's practice, I'm feeling really good about where we're at. We'll just kind of see how it continues in terms of. I know you guys asked about the quarterback competition. It's starting to form, but we'll when we get there and we're ready to announce something, then we'll do that. But right now, I'm really happy with the way the two guys are competing, and looking forward to see them progress. I think all the quarterbacks have gotten better, and I mean it's back and forth between the offense and defense, but some really good battles, some really good plays, and some good talent on the field. So.
What were your main takeaways from the scrimmage?
Just we have some really good players. I feel good about where our team is at. Some good depth and some good playmakers. So I feel like the guys that are returning have improved and gotten better, and part of that is being healthy. So that's part of it. And then the new guys coming in fit perfectly with what we're trying to get done in terms of whether they're new on the offense or defense or special teams. They've done a great job.
Are you starting to see separation between the two quarterbacks? Is someone separating themselves?
I see some great competition. Right now, we're not ready to make any announcement, but I think we have some really good quarterbacks, and those two have definitely improved since practice one to now. So I think all the guys have gotten better, but in terms of the quarterback position, it's hard to make a decision right now.
Do you think this will be the last week of the quarterback competition? Do you want to name one after the end of this week? Or?
I don't know. I mean, there's less Olympics to watch, so maybe we'll give you guys something to think about. I think those have to happen naturally. It's not going to be anything that we can force feed or create a deadline on. So we've been through quarterback competitions before. I think when it's right, then we'll be able to announce it. But right now, it's not the time.
Do you expect to announce it before the game then? Before game week?
I think so. Yeah, I would like to do that. We could do the old school coach episode where we don't say anything, and you guys don't know anything. Just throw out a punter out there just in case. But I don't know. I think we're just gonna. I think we'll do what's right. I think the team has a good feeling on the guys that are battling for it. But what I've been impressed with is that they're all getting better.
Did you come out of the scrimmage healthy?
Yeah, for the most part, guys are banged up. There'll be some guys but nobody gone for the year. So there'll be guys that will miss some time, but it's okay. That's part of going live.
Did anything surprise you about the scrimmage? Maybe a group or a player or anybody that kind of stood out in a way that maybe you weren't expecting?
I think a lot of it was. It's hard to say that even one side won. It was a evenly matched between the offense and defense. We had some success on offense and some success on defense, but I think a lot of the guys did exactly what we thought they would. It's hard to kind of pinpoint. Probably have to ask those guys how they thought they did in the scrimmage, but I was really pleased with it. I know we were a really physical team. We need to be. We're really tough physically. We just need to be mentally tough. But it was good to get out there and make some mistakes now. We had some penalties and nothing out of the ordinary, but very fixable issues that we can handle. And so I think once we get that done, but it's good to have a full ref crew that's out there throwing flags, making sure that we're on top of it with the clock. And like I said, 102 plays of live work is really good.
Along with quarterback, what other positions are still battling before crystallizing that depth chart?
What other positions?
Yeah.
Every one of them. So it's just like, I think you guys kind of know the names that are competing for it. I'm not really worried about who the 11 starters that will be on play one is going to be. I'd like to see how many guys can we get that we trust to be on the field on defense, and it should be more than 11. Same thing on offense. So the goal is to get as many starters as we can that are available that will help us win, and the best 11 will be on the first snap. That it? All right, guys.
How many with the offensive line, do you feel like you've established that starting five? Do you feel like you got a clear idea of where that's at right now?
I don't know if you guys seen some of the practices. I think we've kind of rotated between 6 to 7 guys, and so I don't know if we're ready to make where they've rotated. I think you can kind of guess on who's competing for those spots, but I think there's some spots that are kind of doing really well right now, and Connor Pay's one at center. We'll see how the other guys do. The good thing is that guys like Caleb and Braden and Waylon can play. Well, especially Caleb and Braden can play other positions, and they've done that before. So, but I know that Coach Woods is about getting a rhythm and getting things going with the same 5 guys, and we'll get there soon. Probably earlier than the quarterback.
How much of an influence does Coach Woods have on this offense, this 2020?
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, big time. He's I mean, we put him in the position to I think that's the one coach that coaches the most on the field. So we need him to be good, and TJ knows how to get him rolling. And I think these guys, technique-wise and fundamentally, I've been seeing huge improvement there. They're still tough kids, and TJ knows how to get the most out of them, and I'm really happy with the way the O-line is working right now.
Will was pretty efficient today kicking the ball.
Yeah, actually,
Did that curtail you from going
yeah.
down
Well,
so much?
I think he missed his first one in camp, and so I mean, it's kind of far because if you look at the uprights are a little bit further behind than the actual line, so it's a little further than we thought, but it's okay. I mean, I'd rather get that one miss out of the way now, but it's also a different surface than what he's been kicking on the grass, and so, but he's been really good, and there's other parts of the kick. It's a snap, the hold, and the protection. So that stuff's going really nicely. We're seeing a little bit of leakage in the protection, but we'll get that all shored up. And Will's done a great job for us. Yeah.
Still going to go for the fourth down as much with that kind of a weapon?
I don't know. You never know. So we don't gamble we're not encouraged to gamble, but I can do it on the field. So here we go. Everybody be a coach, and you can enjoy what I do.
What have been your impressions of this freshman class and some of the new faces that are competing in?
Yeah, super talented. Obviously, these guys can make plays, and I think they're more the young freshmen that coming in are more developed. The newcomers that we signed, more developed than what we've had in the past, and that's a good thing, right? But I think they're also probably more ready to get on the field as early as even game one. So, really talented group, and the coaches did a great job at recruiting them, and they've done a great job at improving and working from even in camp, getting better from day one to now.
What was your evaluation of Hinckley after being out for a year?
Yeah, Hinckley looks great. I mean, he looks really good. It's just getting him to the game, and but also making it so we can work with him. It's he and LJ getting enough reps where we can feel like, okay, there's enough game ready reps where they're back to their normal selves, and Hinckley's getting there, LJ's getting there, and I think Miles did some really good things, and we've seen Pokai and seen the emergence of Sione Moa and Pokai start to make some plays, and it's been really good for those guys.
To follow up on that, did LJ take any snaps in the scrimmage?
No, he did not, and neither did Hinckley. So all the other guys got reps. I think we're still waiting on Enoch, Nawahine to get fully healthy, and then we'll get, those guys will get the reps. Possibly this Saturday. We'd have to see some live work from those guys, and we're getting there.
Still expecting LJ for
Yep.
coming out of camp for week one then?
Yep, still expecting him for week one. Still expecting him to do some live work before we get there. All right, guys.
Thanks.
Thank you.